9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The National Association of Realtors, every year they analyze what has been reported in. They do so much for our real estate industry to help empower our agents, our buyers, our sellers, the homeownership, the opportunity to homeownership. They help support our real estate community in general, 110%. And so they yearly analyze what's going on. I just wanted to share back what they're sharing right now. So important as we move into 2024 and everything that's going to happen. And I'm going to come back to that number one thing, right? This is the number one thing that still moves real estate. And the fact of the matter is, young families still want to have a home. They want to have their own home. They don't want to rent. They don't want to borrow one. They don't want to live with their mom and dad forever. Or any other family member for that matter. They want their own space. Something they can build and live in and grow in and expand in and create wealth in. And so the National Association of Realtors has affirmed that again. For the first-time buyer specifically, the primary reason for purchasing a home is because they desire to have their very own home. 60% of them desire to have their very own home. While 20% who were out there last year buying, really, they just wanted to have. But the first-time home buyer, it's a number. It's, oh my gosh, a huge number, 60%. So how do we do that here in California for our young youth who are wanting to own their very own home? How do we make that happen? Where affordability has just gotten higher and higher and higher. What has to happen to help our home buyers succeed in that area? We'll continue to look at that and grow in that. But it definitely affirms to me that our young generation needs to be focused on really creating opportunities that lead to money. Money, money, money. In order to have a home of their own, they're going to need to have high-paying jobs, strong work ethic, lots of stuff going out there. Can't be free. It just can't. Not at this time, right? So let's look at what are characteristics of the home buyers for last year. First-time buyers made up 32% from 2022, right? So in 2023, we had first-time buyers were 32% of the market, where previously it was only 26% of the market. So as first-time buyers had better opportunity last year. And this increase is still well below what it was in 1981. Well below, right? 1981, that was 38% of the market. Well, we're at 32% of the market right now. The typical first-time buyer is 35 years old, and that's down from the previous year of 36. So that means our first-time home buyer they aren't buying a home until they're 35. Until they're 35. I'd already bought 4 homes by that time, right? While the typical repeat buyer, their age fell between 58 years and 59. The repeat. So it took another 30 years per se before they could buy another property. Man, real estate takes time. You got to save, save, save. Get started early. Now we look at 59% of the recent buyers were married couples. 19% were single females. And look at this, the men, only 10%. So we got more single women buying houses than single males. And then 9% were unmarried couples. This is the lowest share of married couples since 2010. We move right on to 70% of the recent buyers did not have a child under the age of 18 in their home, right? So they didn't even have children in their house at that time. And this is the highest share recorded. In 1985, 42% of households didn't even have children under the age of 18. But now we're at 70%. Wow. Wow. So they're not buying a house till they're 35, right? 35 was the number. And they don't even have kids yet. Wow, we are really starting way later in life. 70% of recent buyers did not have a child under the age of 18, right? 14% of those home buyers purchased a multi-generational home so that they may take care of their aging parents and support their older adult children that are moving back home to save money to buy a home. Those multi-generational homes are so big right now. What are they? They're a home that allows for you to have one space where one family can work and another family can be as well in their own separate space. Generally, you're going to have a space on a single level downstairs so that you can have older people in the space. So it's almost like a duplex per se, right? Just imagine that. What's a duplex? 2 homes attached. Same idea, right? 2 homes attached. 81% of the buyers, here's the stats for the ethnicity of the buyers. 81% of buyers were white Caucasian, 7% were Hispanic Latino, 7% were Black African American, 6% were Asian Pacific Islanders, and 6% identified as some other race. So, who's buying our real estate? Gosh darn. It's the Caucasian market. They're buying like crazy. Really, really moving. 80% of the recent homebuyers are identified as heterosexual, 3% as gay or lesbian, 2% as bisexual, and 1% prefer to self-describe. And then there's 6% who just didn't say. And 16% of our recent home buyers were veterans. Good job for the veterans. They're out there making up a little bit of our market. And 2% were actually on active duty service members. 16% of our veterans are out there. Don't be afraid of those veteran offers. They're fantastic. They're strong. You can accept them. They're well-written. Agents that are helping veterans are doing the hard work. And so many people have the misinterpretation that they shouldn't receive an offer from a veteran. Wrong. You can receive those offers, and you should be proud to receive those offers and allow for those to move forward. Right? And then we're at 26%, as we started, 26% of the buyers just wanted to have their very own home. Again, a reminder, first-time home buyer was at 60%. 60% want to own their own home. What are we going to do to help that happen? I remember in 2011 when we did the tax incentives, you got an $11,000 credit towards buying a home on your tax incentives, right? The government helped all these first-time home buyers get out there and buy homes by an $11,000 credit. Wow, that year was crazy. To put it in perspective, right? Today, here where I am, locally here in the Foothills, San Dimas has maybe 24 homes for sale total. When 2011, there was 130 homes, 111 homes right around there for sale in San Dimas in 2011. And most of them were first-time home buyers coming out with their $11,000 credit to buy that home. That was very exciting time in the real estate market. Whereas the market right now is so compressed. People are working hard to get their offers accepted. Buyers are working hard to get qualified. The qualification process is very challenging. Anything that you have to work hard for is worth it. So keep it up. Keep moving it forward. For my home buyers, I just encourage you. First-time home buyers are the majority of the market. So get out there and get your home. If you make $60,000 a year in a combined income with another person, you could potentially purchase a property and qualify for it. So go on out there. Now, what type of home is everyone purchasing? 13% of those buyers purchased a new home, whereas 87% purchased a resale property, something that was previously owned. So the resale market is the strongest market at this time. Most recent buyers who purchased new homes were looking to avoid renovations. They don't want a fixer. They don't want to do it, right? The reality is they don't have the money to do it because it's taking everything they've got to get in, because the majority of our buyers are first-time home buyers or home buyers who are buying a second property, and they just are using all their cash to purchase. It takes a lot of cash to get into a property, right? So they're not looking for renovations. They really don't want any problems with electricity or plumbing. That's a 45% yes on that. No problems with plumbing and electricity. Buyers who purchased previously owned homes most often were considering a better price at 38%. They wanted a better price. And so that was important. No renovations and a strong price. Those two items. Detached single family homes continue to be the most common type of home that buyers are buying, right? At 79%. And then they follow right behind with townhouses and or row houses, condos at 8%. Okay. So that detached single family home that we have none of on the market currently. We are so depressed here in the Foothills community. Well, that's the preferred home. That's what buyers want. So what does that mean for the sellers? It means when that house comes on the market, it's going to go. It's going to move quickly. Another great point, senior-related housing. Wow, it's increased by 19%. So it was at 19% for senior-related housing. That's buyers over the age of 60. And then 17% of those buyers typically purchasing condos and 12% purchasing a townhouse or a row house, right? Why is that? I helped a few seniors last year, and what did they want? They wanted not to have to worry about the outdoor space, not to have to take care of it, and they wanted single story. So yes, that runs right in line with it. Condo townhouse works for the senior community. That's your buyer. And they want single story. That's what's wanted. Here's another great point. The median distance between the home of the recent buyer purchased, they moved, was 20 miles. 20 miles. So this is a decline from 50 miles last year, right? Last year, they were willing to go up to 50 miles. Now they're only willing to go up to 20 miles total from their home to place of work. Wow, that's crazy. For buyers, 60% cited quality of the neighborhood as the most important factor determining the location. The quality of the neighborhood being the most important factor, 60% of them. Then, convenience to friends and family, overall affordability of homes was cited at 45 to 39%. So what was most important was the quality of the neighborhood. And that's to each person is different. And us as agents, we're not even allowed to say, oh, this is a great neighborhood or this is a bad neighborhood. No. That is a big no-no. We can't tell you that. You guys need to do your due diligence online. Buyers typically purchase their homes for 100% of the asking price, with 25% purchasing for more than asking price. Yes, it is still that market. So if you're wondering, the National Association of Realtors has confirmed that you are paying 100% of list price and potentially 25% more than it. The typical home that was recently purchased was 1,860 square feet, and it had 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it was built in 1985. So if you have a house that's 1,800 square feet, 3 beds, 2 baths, and it's built in 85, boom, you're going to sell just like that. Overall, buyers expected to live in their homes for a median of 15 years, while 22% said they were never moving. It's probably because they aren't going to have any kids, right? Who knows? The home search process, what does that look like? I love that the National Association of Realtors does all of this research, right? For 41% of the recent buyers, the first step they took to home buying process was they looked online, the good old Zillow site. Everyone loves Zillow, right? While 20% of the buyers first contacted a real estate agent. The reality is they're looking online first, then reaching an agent secondary. 90% of recent buyers found their real estate agent to be very what or somewhat useful. Agents, we need to be useful. We need to give information. We need to know this kind of information to help empower our buyers and sellers and keep them educated so that they can move forward with the best opportunity for them, right? Buyers typically searched for 10 weeks and looked at a median of 7 homes and viewed 4 homes only online. The numbers of weeks searching is unchanged from 2022. Still exactly the same. 10 weeks before they bought a house. All home buyers use the internet to search for a home, and the most valuable content on the website were photos, detailed information about the properties, and floor plans, and the real estate agent's contact information. So those are our priorities. When we put that property out there, you need to look amazing online, lots of photos, right? We need the detailed information about the property. People want floor plans, and then they want to contact the agent direct. And 92% of recent buyers were at least somewhat satisfied with their recent home buying process. I can tell you on our end that about 95% to 98% of ours were all fully satisfied and excited and glad. No one's perfect, but we do outperform that stat. Home buying and the real estate professional. So 89% of buyers recently purchased their home through a real estate agent or a broker, and 6% purchased directly through the previous owner. So hire an agent. They're working with agents. And we will really get you more for the property because we know how to market the property. Having an agent to help them find the right home was what a buyer wanted most when choosing an agent, and that was a 50% tile. They want them to help them, advise them, and we do our absolute best to do that. But there are lots of limitations put on us as well as your agent. But we do our best to point out everything about a home to help you make the wisest decision. So 43% of buyers used an agent that was referred to them by a friend or a neighbor. 13% used an agent that they had worked with in the past. 7% found their agent when inquiring about a specific property online. And then another 7% found their agent through a website without a specific reference. 71% of buyers interviewed only one real estate agent during their home search. No wonder you're not happy. Interview the right agent who's going to help you. 90% of buyers would use their agent again or recommend their agent to others. That's great. Fantastic. Financing the home purchase. This is what this looks like. 80% of our recent buyers financed their home purchase. 80% financed last year, slightly up from 78% from last year, and 87% was in 2021. The typical down payment for first-time buyers was 8%, while the typical down payment for repeat buyers was 19%. For 54% of the buyers, the source of the down payment came from their savings. Good job, saving. 53% of repeat buyers used proceeds from the sale of another property. So it was a move-up market. While 23% of first-time buyers used a gift or a loan from friends and family for their down payment. The first-time home buyer, 38% said saving for a down payment was the most difficult step in the process. It really is challenging. Saving enough. Talk with a lender so you know what the numbers look like, so you know what to work for. The majority of first-time buyers did make financial sacrifices to purchase a home. And for those who did, the most common sacrifices buyers reported was cutting spending on luxury goods, entertainment, and clothes. Amazon. Don't spend your money there. You are saving for a home. Buyers continue to see purchasing a home as good a financial investment by 82%. They still believe in purchasing a home. So let me tell you, buyers, first-time home buyers out there, that's who's looking for our homes. They are the buyer right now. The type of home they want is about 1,900 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and 2 baths. And it was built in 1985 or so, right? And they are making sure they are looking for their home with an agent. And not only that, they are looking online and they want lots of pictures. Lots of pictures. And they are wanting, desiring, and needing their professional agent to help them make this really big purchase. And they're using a loan. And loans are expensive right now because interest rates are high and down payments are high. So the market is challenging and buyers are still making it happen. So stay focused. Keep saving because you too can own a home. Everyone else is doing it too. And it's working to their benefit. So don't give up. You can do it. You can do it. It is so possible. Meet with a lender, talk with your agent, interview your agent, and then start the search. You got it.